It's a birthday present that you get to go first at Media Pen. How delighted are you?
Can you tell by my face? I'm thrilled.
Yeah. How's the birthday been?
It's been great. I've had two cakes. I haven't yet tried any of them. So my day can only get better. Options as well.
What you sung to?
We got the music in sync. Like Happy Birthday to that one. That was good.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah.
Excellent. Right, well, it was some weekend for you here last year, polled by, 0.001 of a second, a podium. How do you feel coming into this one?
All right, so first of all, 1,000 is enough. It's always fine. So, I now Stoff's my teammate, so I joke with him about it all the time. I feel like this track's, I like to say this track's good for me, but I'd also like to say I think I go well at a lot of other tracks we go to. But it's always nice when you come back to a track that you've had some success at before. I think I learned a lot about myself in Formula E races here last year. I had two complete opposite races, and that's why I learned a lot from them. And I've tried to sort of keep with that ever since. I think hopefully we can be fighting for the podium again like we were in Jeddah. We're slowly narrowing our window of what we think we need to improve on and what we think is our issue, and hopefully we can fix that this weekend.
And a great result for Stoff last time out. Does that give you guys a little bit more confidence heading into this? And rain potentially forecast on Sunday?
Yeah, first of all, the team did a mega, and Stoff obviously as well, but the team strategy they suggested, for that race was a very bold one. But I'm glad it paid off because there were obviously one of only two teams that even thought that was a possibility, and even Stoff did a better job than the other team in making it work as well. Very pleased with the team, very happy for everyone involved. We've gone through a bit of a sticky patch, so to speak, from a performance side, so it's good to get a bit of a morale boost internally in the garage. We do need to fix some issues we have, especially with one lap pace, and like I said, that's kind of, hopefully we can do that this weekend.
And racing in China is huge for Formula E, huge for the brand. You must be super excited to get out here in front of the fans.
Yeah, exactly. It's always good. I've always had success in China whenever I've raced here, even before Formula E. The fans are always super passionate. Had the pleasure of going to an event the other night with some Maserati guests, and they were asking lots of questions and wanted to know a lot about Formula E. So it seems like the sport is always, as it's growing everywhere, but it's especially growing in China right now, which is a big positive. And hopefully we can put the Trident on top step.
Best of luck this weekend, Jake.
Thank you.
So Mitch, some weekend for you here last year. That last lap scrap was quite the battle.
Yeah, it was a good, exciting race. Actually the weekend was a good weekend last year for us. We got two point scoring finishes, but that win was a good one. It was a tough one, but got it done. It'll be great to have the same this season, but it might be a little bit more challenging this year.
And talk to me a little bit about Jaguar being here in China and what that means for the brand as well.
It's huge. Obviously, it's one of the biggest markets for most of the automotive industry, but for Jaguar, it's huge. So come back to China last year was big. Back again this year. Everyone is very excited to be here. All the local markets. So a big one for Jaguar, and hopefully we can get them the result that they all for sure want. It's a good market, and it's great for Formula E as well.
And speaking of looking for that result, obviously you started the season so well, and then it's been a little bit tougher since then. The team have been working really hard and scratching their heads to work out how we make the comeback for the last half.
Yeah, it's been a really challenging year. Off the back of Sao Paulo, I thought this could be for me finally, but it's just gone the other direction, and ultimately, we've had not the performance that we were expecting for our standards. So and it's just we haven't seemed to be able to crack it yet, and we're just trying our best to try and find the optimal window for our new car and for these tires. We'll keep trying this weekend. I've got a big grid penalty on Saturday, so I'm more focusing for Sunday. We've got a bit of work to do. Also, reliability has been a little bit of a concern, which obviously was one of the reasons why I'm taking grid penalties this weekend. So it's a shame, but look, we've had so many good years, so we're maybe due a bad one. But especially off the back of last year, this was the last thing we were expecting. So yeah, we're trying our best to fix it. We've got so many, smart, hard-working people on the team that are all working to try and get us out of this little hole that we're in. So yeah, we'll just keep trying, and hopefully we can turn the page soon.
And I mean, we've seen how fortunes can change here in Formula E. I mean, you have to just look at Lola and Kiro now on the podium with that competitiveness up and down the grid. It must be quite an exciting challenge for you.
I mean, it's a challenge that I wouldn't want, to be honest. But yeah, no, it is possible. It's a very tight championship with a new tyre. It's definitely throwing a big curveball in terms of trying to optimize it, and yeah, it's been great for that. So not so great for us, but it's been great to see a bit of a mix up and to see obviously I think the Kiros and Lola, especially Lola in the last round, it is possible to recover performance and turn things around. But yeah, we're just surprised to be in this position but we haven't quite found it yet. But we are working really tightly, and it's every weekend. Even we feel like we keep getting knocked down, we're still coming back and trying to find our form that we're used to. So hopefully here this weekend we can find that and turn things around.
Thank you so much, Mick. Best of luck. Thank you. Pascal, looking ahead to the rest of the season, the challenge now to reel in Ollie. How are you guys going to do that?
Honestly, it will be very difficult. I mean, the best thing we can do is to focus on ourselves and to try to maximize every race and score the maximum amount of points, and then let's see where that brings us. But right now to think about the championship is not the easiest thing to do.
I mean, hey, you know how quickly things can change around here. A bad weekend for Ollie, a good weekend for you guys, and suddenly the gaps close particularly quickly.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it goes quickly, and especially if we have those double headers, one strong weekend can bring you a lot of points. But at the same time, we are in a position now where we need misfortune from him. So that's why I said we just need to focus on ourselves and focus on good results and don't think about it too much.
And your cars did go well here last year. What is it that you need to nail around this circuit to get a good result?
Well, it's one of the fastest tracks, especially in terms of corner speed. So very different to what we had, for example, last weekend in Tokyo. The car needs something different, a different balance, and will be quite hard to the tires here. It's super warm, and all the fast corners put a lot of energy into the tires. So let's see how that works with the new compound. And then there's some rain, I guess, on Sunday, which will mix things up again.
And racing in China, it's a huge market for Porsche, and the fans are just so great here, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a very important race for us. Like you said, China is an important market, and we're approaching now the second half of the season, and we want to do well.
Thank you, Pascal. Best of luck.
Thank you.
So, Antonio, a win here last year, and I think that started off your hat trick of wins and success last season. And you're going to need a run like that to be able to take the fight to Ollie, aren't you?
Absolutely, yes. The good thing is that we are officially starting the second half of the championship now, so there's a lot to go. I know mentally it can be deceiving. The gap is a little bit big, and it's realistically speaking, to close almost 80 points on someone like Ollie and Nissan is complicated, but 7 races to go, so a lot can happen. We know FE is not predictable at all, so that's the mentality. We'll take a bit more of an aggressive approach to this second half. It's his to lose at the moment, so we'll see.
And the racing here was obviously super close last year. Do you enjoy this track? Do you enjoy this kind of setup we've got?
I do, yeah. I mean, I won the race here in WEC as well a few years ago, and then last year as well in FE. So some good memories from this track, and that's what I try to fill myself with. But obviously, also need to make a complete reset. What happened last year was last year. Everybody gets here from scratch. So yeah, just try to fix everything, do a good do a good quali, do a good race, score some good points. Hopefully a win would be good. Yeah.
Well, go on, expand on that. What do you have to get right here to make sure you get a good result?
Well, honestly, if we do want to win this championship, it feels like we have to get everything right from now on, and even count on some bad days for Oliver. So that's a lot to bet on. It's a lot to rely on. So yeah, we'll just focus on ourselves, try and win races, and what will be will be.
And another pit boost weekend. Talk to me about the learnings that you guys have made through the season, from race one, where it was, what on earth is this, how do we do this, to now where it's become such an integral strategic part.
Yeah, it's funny with the pit boost. I think in Tokyo we saw, obviously it was wet there, so the learnings were a little bit different. But I think it's about maximizing pace when that pit boost window opens. So you try and do the opposite of the cars around you, try and maybe activate an attack mode when you've got some clean air in front of you and use it. So yeah, a little bit of a different mentality when the pit window is there to a normal race without pit boost, where you'd normally use the attack mode to really get track position and overtake cars on track. So yeah, those are the learnings so far. We still want to try and optimize a few things, and what to look at, what to absorb in terms of information to make better decisions when that pit window opens. So yeah, we'll see. It'll still be a learning curve for sure.
Thank you, Antonio. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Is anyone going to be able to stop you this season?
Well, nobody's asked me that yet, so I don't know. Let's see. There's still a long way to go. We're just over halfway through the season. It's true we've had a really good season up until now. I'd be better to answer that question after this weekend. I think this weekend's a really important one. If we can sustain the lead that we have now with 5 races to go, with the gap we have, would be pretty substantial.
Did you see the season kind of going this well prior to it starting?
You can never expect that, especially in this championship with all the top fast guys that we have. So I could never have expected it. I wanted to do the best job I could, and I was hopeful that we would be able to be competitive. But I think to be as consistent as what we've been was a bit of a surprise.
And you know how fast it can change in Formula E. We've seen the likes of Kiro and Lola on the podium this season. But one tough weekend and it could be a very different picture for you guys, of course.
Yeah. Put a positive spin on it.
We did the positive, we'll do the negative.
No, I guess if those guys are able to get podiums, they take points off everybody else. So I think it's great for everybody. I think the problem is it's so competitive now that to replicate what I've done in the last 5 rounds will be quite tough, but never say never.
And how proud of Tokyo were you to be representing Nissan on that stage?
Yeah, it was a great weekend. Obviously, there's always a bit of added pressure there with all the big dogs coming to watch. But yeah, you know, I kind of had the same mentality going into Tokyo as I had here, that I'm better to attack, to try and extend rather than start to conserve the lead. So yeah, to do what we did with the first and second was way above expectation.
And how do you feel about going around this track? Does it sort of suit you here?
I think our car will be quick here, but personally I'm not, it doesn't suit me so well, I would say. It's not my most favorite track, but yeah, I just want to see how we get on this afternoon and in qualifying. But I'm not expecting too much, but I also expect the race to be a very, very crazy race, so I don't think pure outright speed will matter so much.
Elbows out.
Exactly, always.
Thank you, Ollie. Cheers.